In this video, we're going to talk about, are property tax liens public record? Tax liens, what you don't know, you could know and make a lot of money. In this video, we're going to declutter the mystery of tax lien certificates and show you how you can access things that are a public record that can put a ton of money in you and your family's pocket. Listen, we're going to transition. We're going to walk you step by step on exactly where they are, where to look, how to analyze, and most importantly, how is this information going to put money in your pocket? Isn't that what it's all about? So stay tuned for this. At the very end, I've got a little double secret James Bond surprise for you that you're going to absolutely love. So stick around for that. Okay, let's talk about tax lien certificates. Okay, the danger of a tax lien certificate is the government can take your property. And, you know, we see the government and you think of all this, you know, almost militant type of deal on this. It's really the county. And this is the county's only lever to make sure that people pay their property taxes. The county is kind of in a vulnerable position. I don't want to do as woe is me, but the only source of money that the county gets, well, one of the only, the top source that they get is going to be property taxes. So let's just back up here a little bit. What do property taxes pay for? Well, probably 55 to 65% is going to be education, your school districts. And then you've got law enforcement, fire department, rescue, hospitals, libraries, parks, et cetera, et cetera. We need this money, okay? If it's done correctly, okay, and spent correctly, so to speak, and most of the time it is. I mean, the county has got a little bit of fat, but not as much as you're looking at the state or the federal level. So it's really a very pure deal. If you don't like the way the county is using the money, you either move, vote differently, or buy tax liens in other areas. So it's super solid that way. So the question is, are tax lien certificates on properties public record? Absolutely they are. Okay, but it's not like a game where you're trying to find clues to find out where it's at. The mystery falls, this is where the mystery falls, and this might help you move forward with this, I think it will, is that every county can interpret the state laws differently, and every state has different laws. Okay, so if you understand the history of the United States, you know, you used to see the Bonnie and Clydes and the Derringers and all of those guys. I mean, the Bonnie and Clyde, they used to literally rob banks in one county and go to another county because the sheriffs couldn't cross county lines or state lines. I mean, they literally weren't out of their jurisdiction. And so if you understand jurisdictionally, okay, how counties are set up, it's really interesting when you look at that. So, you know, San Francisco has a sheriff's department and they do have a police department, and they have two different jurisdictions on what they're legally allowed to do. A county has their property taxes that the state has nothing to do with it. The only inflection that the state would have is the state constitution sets all the rules up for property taxes in the Constitution. That's right, this is a law. So the state of, I don't know, Arizona says, hey, we're gonna charge 16% and it's gonna be a 3-year redemption period. Well, all counties are gonna base on that. But how the counties bring them up for sale, how they notify them, and all of that can be different. In other words, they say, hey, listen, you've got to notify these people a certain way that you do that. Okay, we'll do that, but this is how we're going to execute this. The sale's got to happen in the first quarter of the year. Okay, we're going to have it on this day. Whatever that might be, but every county can interpret literally the same code in a different way. A really, really, really good example of that is COVID. Okay, so if I go into any state in the United States and you look at how the county responded to the mandate from not the federal level, it was a state mandate. And that's why we had all this jerky stuff going on where people are moving to different states because of different things. And I don't want to get into that, but that's exactly what happens with tax liens. Because like in California, there were certain counties that were seriously locked down. And a county right next to another one that were like, yeah, we don't really care about this and we're not doing it. I'm not saying that was right or wrong, but that's exactly what happens with tax lien certificates. So understanding that kind of gets you above the whole thing. Oh, okay, wait a second. So they have to follow a procedure. So in all reality, your job is kind of a broad brushstroke. You want to figure out exactly what is happening in that county? How are they executing the tax lien sales, the tax lien foreclosures? How are they offering up? Where do I find the list? And then the most important thing that's gonna make you and your family a ton of money is to hit the like button. It is a proven fact that if you like this video, money's gonna come in the mail and you're gonna become wealthy beyond. And if you hit the subscribe button, oh my gosh, it's all over. You might as well quit. You can quit your job because the subscribe button has been good. No, okay, but hit the subscribe and do all the like. But here's the kicker on that. Every single county has a thing that they do that you go, oh, wait a second. And it's all about digging and going, that doesn't make sense, why? This doesn't make sense, why are they doing this? How can I take advantage? Let me give you an example, okay? There is a county out there that has a tax deed situation, okay? And it doesn't matter where it is. I don't want you to get lost in, oh, Sean's telling me I have to go to whatever. We'll call it Waka Waka County, my famous fictitious county out there, okay? So in Waka Waka County, they sell a tax deed with a 1-year redemption period, okay? 1-year redemption period. It's a 20% penalty. So if I buy a tax deed in that county, here's an example. There was a $230,000 ARV. That's the after rehab value of a property. The opening bid was $7,000. I purchased it. I bid it up to $30,000. I now own the property. Well, I have the deed to the property for $30,000. In order for this property owner to not lose the property, it would have to pay me my $30,000 plus 20% penalty anytime it wants between the 1st and the 365th day. On the 366th or 56th day, I can start my abatement, or what we call a foreclosure. And now, if they redeem during the foreclosure process, it jumped up to 30%. That would be a nuance. That would be a unique thing. So you're thinking, well, I don't want to wait a year, but okay, if they redeem, I get 20% penalty. Please tell me where you're getting 20% legally, okay, guaranteed in and out by the state, by law, that you have to get 20%. And if it goes down past New Year's Day, you get another 10% penalty on top of that. Okay, now here's the kicker on top of that. I could sit there and call the property owner. If I can get a hold of the property owner during that year, let's say I do, and say, hey, Mr. Property Owner, Mrs. Property Owner, are you going to redeem the $30,000? And they say, no, I'm not. You're not gonna. Okay, I'll tell you what, I will do this. I will forgive the back taxes on that, and I will pay you $10,000 to quitclaim the property over to me. What? Yeah. So now what happens is I now own the property. Basically I eliminate the 1-year redemption period because they said they weren't going to redeem. They put $10,000 in their pocket, and I now own the property free and clear because I'm the lien holder. What am I gonna do? Pay myself? Thank you very much, Sean. I think you're welcome. Okay, where's my 20? Okay, I own it. I already own it for $30,000. Well, no, now it's $40,000. In this particular county called Waka Waka, it doesn't matter where it is, okay, anything over the $7,000 that I bid is called overage or excess funds. And the owner of the property has the rights to that. So what I would do is I would say, listen, I'm going to give you $10,000, but I want you to sign all rights, including the property, over to me. So now I apply for excess funds. This takes about 6 months. So in that situation, I would get $22,000 back. So my real cost just dropped by $8,000. That is a unique thing in that particular county. It doesn't matter which one it is. Okay, I can go around the United States and spend time with you, and within about 30 minutes I can go, this is what it is. Because I had somebody ask me yesterday, Sean, do you buy tax liens and deeds in every state? God, no, there's no way. There's 5,013 tax lien jurisdictions out there. I couldn't possibly do it. I know about all of these because of you. Okay, I have trained more people how to invest in tax lien certificates live and in person than any person on planet Earth. Literally, I've taught people in Singapore, I've taught people over in Australia. Now, they don't have them over there, but how to do it here. In that advent, I don't know if anybody's ever taught anybody anything, you learn a lot. Because somebody's saying, hey, Sean, what happens in Minot, North Dakota? I'm like, well, let me tell you what happens in Minot. Because I have a overarching 25,000 foot view. So I know where I'm coming in and I precisely know where I want to land. So if I'm doing what do they call it, a halo jump from 30,000 feet, I know I'm coming in exactly the right spot that's going to give me the most protection and to do the most damage if I'm coming in there for some kind of a military operation. I have no idea how I went down that road. But there you go. You understand exactly what I'm talking about. When I go into a county, I know exactly where to look, and that's where you need to be. If you want this type of precision, if you want this type of accuracy, if you want to make sure that your family is making the right decisions to provide financial independence, let me tell you exactly what you do right now. What you need to do is take my free course. Okay, it's free. You just hit the link down below, higginsmethod.com. It's my gift to you. I want you to precision land into those counties and provide financial independence for you and your family. Click that link and we'll see you on the other side. This is Saen Higgins saying good luck and God bless.